Hey, what's up guys? Bodie here, BodieDavison.com. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to make money on Redbubble and what to expect as a new seller. So how to make money on Redbubble, what it is that you'll expect as a beginner, and just go through some basic things of what can help you. Now, I'm making this video because most people as beginners seem to want results instantly, and most of these print-on-demand platforms are good passive income sources, but they're not an instant get-rich-quick scheme. This is one of the many reasons that I recommend being on Redbubble, Merch by Amazon, Teespring, and some of the others, because you want to be on many of them instead of just one. It's going to increase your chances of making sales a lot higher, and it's pretty much the same amount of work anyway. You're going to create a design, so why not upload it to at least the big three, Redbubble, Merch by Amazon, Teespring, and then increase your chances of making that passive income. But back to Redbubble, most people will actually upload their designs. They'll probably only put up a couple of designs and then they expect to make money straight away. That is not what happens, and then they get discouraged. These are most of the comments that I see on my YouTube comment section and also in the Print on Demand Mastery Facebook group. If you're going with organic traffic off Redbubble, for example, it may take 3-4 weeks, even longer, until you start to get organic traffic. And even then it'll come down to what actual niche that you've dived into, and hopefully it's a niche that people are into. There's kind of two ways that you can do this with all of these print-on-demand platforms, and I recommend a mix of both, but there is these two ways. So the first way is what's called an evergreen niche, and that is the one where you'll be looking for that organic traffic. Let's say you're really into yoga, yoga's your thing, you like making these yoga designs, so yoga will be your evergreen niche. So what an evergreen niche is a niche that is always going to sell. So something like yoga is a good example, weightlifting, CrossFit, a lot of those ones, certain dog types like Labradors, etc., pugs, things like that. So evergreen niches are niches that are always going to have people that are interested, they always have, and that's an evergreen niche. You'll always be able to make money with that niche. Now, the other side of doing that is to jump on trends. Now, trends are things like, let's say, the election with the President of the United States, let's say the Olympics, let's say Super Bowl, things like that. Christmas is another one, actually. And you use Google Trends to help you find those trends as they come up. You will see in my last video that I uploaded, it was all about ugly Christmas sweaters and how that trend is about to take off, and also just Christmas presents in general. So there's lots of events around the year where there's definitely trends, and you can jump on those trends and people will be looking for those things. So another one was Halloween the other week. So there's so many different ones that you can jump onto and make a lot of money that way also. Which one is best though, trends or evergreen niche? I would say evergreen niche is probably the best, but I would definitely recommend doing a bit of both. So let's say you have your evergreen niche of yoga, for example, and that's your thing. You make all your social medias around that, you make all your designs around that, and every now and then you find some different trending items that you think would sell. Maybe you go with that. Or maybe you make like a yoga inspired thing about that trend. So now let's get back to how to make money with Redbubble. So Redbubble and all these other print-on-demand websites are very similar, as in they all have an algorithm, just like YouTube has one, just like Instagram, Facebook, etc. All these websites have algorithms, and that's just the way they're set up. Google is exactly the same as well. So anything you search in Google, eventually it'll pop up and try and sell you products related to that niche. So it's very, very common. All of these websites have algorithms. So the Redbubble algorithm, you have to put out good designs that people on that website are searching for. So the more clicks you're getting on your ads, it's really a snowball effect with all of these print-on-demand websites, and that's why I was saying for organic traffic, it'll take a few weeks, if not a few months sometimes, depending on how much you're uploading and how good you're doing with your keywords. But if you're targeting something and you're consistent and you make really good designs, you start getting those clicks, and then it's that snowball effect. More and more things get shown with your store, and then eventually you make more and more sales, and you keep uploading your designs and they get better over time because you get better at designing and just see what works on the website and what works on your store. And then eventually you'll have a lot of designs up there and you'll be making a good passive income. So on that note, something that I get a lot in the YouTube comments as well is that people have uploaded heaps of designs like I've suggested, and they're just not getting sales. There's two things that can happen there. So one, it's either people aren't interested in that niche, whatever it is. And then 2, your designs just aren't that great. So you have to be really honest with yourself, because most people, when I check out their designs, they're usually not that great. So it does take practice, and you should get feedback and take that on board, because a lot of people will link me to their different sites. I'll go and check them out, and they're just not the greatest designs. So you've got to think, is this going to sell? Get one of my family members or friends or something like that, someone who's honest with me, to check it out and let me know what they think of the design, because many times over the years, I've thought something is a gold mine, I've thought this is the best, and then it just doesn't sell. And then something else that I thought was just pretty basic, not that great, has been one of my top sellers. So it's just one of those things. It's not very fair. Like, you would think what I'm passionate about, everyone must be passionate about. And that is true sometimes, very true. But a lot of the time, you'll get really, really obsessed with one design and think it's great, but it doesn't mean it's going to sell. So as for making money on Redbubble, it's all about getting those initial clicks, and then once you start making sales, then there's that snowball effect, and then from there you'll be making more and more sales. So you keep uploading those good designs, and then eventually, like I keep saying, snowball effect, and you just get more and more money. So a huge thing for you guys is to get used to doing product research. That's why I put up these videos like ugly Christmas sweater, Google Trends, show you guys how I'm looking at these things and how I find them, because it's research you've got to do. Google Trends, checking out Amazon, checking out Etsy, all of these websites that I suggest to you guys, checking out the actual marketplaces that you're going to be selling on, and then looking for things in your niche and getting your design inspiration from there, making your own version of it, and just seeing how they're selling. So very, very important to do your research and then make your decision from there on uploading. Don't ever just get stuck though, because that is a fine line between doing research and then having the perfect thing. Nothing's ever perfect. You just have to upload and then adjust from there, keep uploading, and then eventually you'll figure it out. So in this video, I'm really talking about organic sales. It is very different if you actually already have a following, because you can drive traffic to your listings and they are in your niche. So that is a bit different, but in this video, I really want to talk about organic traffic and how to make money on Redbubble that way. It is a long game, it does take time, and you can drive social medias to your listings. I'm a big fan of that. If you're going to do that, let's say you're in one niche like the yoga niche, which I've brought up before, make sure your Instagram and your social medias are about that one niche. You don't want them going to your Instagram because they've found a certain hashtag about yoga, then they see your Instagram and it's all over the place with different shirt designs. They're never going to be interested enough to click through your link in your bio to go to your store. So make sure it's all about one niche. You could be posting memes and all different things like that, inspiration about yoga, not just your shirt sales. Get up your following that way. People that find your store will then click through, go to your yoga-based Redbubble store, and then they'll be very interested. Like, they have obviously gone, they've found you through a yoga tag, they've seen your yoga page, they've clicked through your yoga link to your yoga whatever t-shirt, and then obviously they're very, very interested to get that far. So this is the thing, if you're driving traffic there, you want it to be targeted traffic to a listing that is in that niche. So this is pretty much it for today's video. I just wanted to cover this about how to make money on Redbubble, because with organic traffic anyway, because I do make a lot of Teespring tutorial videos, and then I want to make a lot more Redbubble ones because I get a lot of requests for them. So this one's mainly about anyone who's a bit of a beginner or a bit lost in their journey on Redbubble. You really got to be consistent and keep going and have lots of good designs, just like the other platforms. But yeah, don't get discouraged. It does take time. A lot of people will only upload a couple and then they don't get sales straight away, and then they want to tell me how they want to quit. That is not the attitude, and that will not get you far at all. So the basics of how to make money on Redbubble are researching your niche and then keywords with that niche, creating your design, making sure it's a really good design, getting some feedback from someone you trust, or join my Print on Demand Mastery Facebook group and put your designs in there and people will critique you. There's over 1,600 members in that group and growing every day. Making sure your shop is looking good, and then promoting your designs. So I believe in organic traffic from Instagram especially. You can use them targeted hashtags like I was saying, get people to your targeted Instagram, which is all about yoga or whatever your niche is, and then drive them to your listings, which are all about yoga as well. That's going to be some warmed up traffic who are interested in that product, and it's just another way to drive more sales initially, and then once you get them clicks and get them sales, then that algorithm gets going for you, and away you go. And it's very similar to pretty much Teespring and Merch by Amazon as well. And that's it, guys. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one about how to make money on Redbubble. Please give the video a like for me. Comment below any questions or comments or video suggestions that you have. Make sure you hit subscribe, and make sure you join the Print on Demand Mastery Facebook group, and also check out Teespring tutorial playlist and Print on Demand playlist, which these videos are all in. Lots of how-tos to help you guys have success making some passive income with your print on demand journey. So thanks for watching, guys.